Welcome, Corey Quinn here. You've tuned in to a bonus episode of the Deep Specialization podcast. For a limited time, every week, we're releasing a chapter of my new book, Anyone, Not Everyone, a proven system to escape founder-led sales. This is in addition to the weekly episode that we release every Wednesday. In case you don't know me, I'm a 17-year veteran of the agency space. I was recently the chief marketing officer at an agency called Scorpion. While there, we grew revenue from 20 million to 150 million. We also grew the sales team from 6 people to 100. We grew the company from 100 people to 1,000, and we grew the number of clients from 1,000 to 14,000. My passion is helping agency owners simplify their marketing and escape founder-led sales by becoming a vertical market specialist. I wrote this book because through my experience in scaling Scorpion and also working with my agency owner clients and interviewing many more on my podcast, this very podcast you're listening to, I've seen the awesome power of specializing in a vertical market can have in scaling. By listening to the book, I hope you embrace and deploy the strategies and tactics I share. If you want to get the full audiobook for free, you can go to anyonenoteveryone.com. That's anyonenoteveryone.com. It's available today. Now onto the episode. Imagine sending $1 million worth of gourmet chocolate chip cookies to thousands of unsuspecting potential clients you've never before contacted. That sounds like a great way to waste $1 million, right? Wrong. In fact, this tactic helped put the last agency I worked for on its way to growing revenue from 20 million to 150 million in just over 6 years. And it has worked for my clients as well. But don't get me wrong, blindly sending gourmet cookies to potential clients is not the surefire solution to your growth challenges. Sending gourmet cookies is a small part of a larger, completely innovative sales and marketing methodology I call deep specialization. It's the product of my 17 years of experience in agency sales and marketing, blended with effective strategies from successful vertical agencies and from across the disciplines of product marketing, sales, positioning, category design, and messaging. This audiobook will walk you through the principles, strategies, and tactics of deep specialization so you can apply it directly to your agency. Here's the backstory. In 2015, after selling digital agency services for 8 years, I had come to believe that founder-led sales was just how the agency business worked. The agency founder would source the deals and the sales rep would close them. One founder I worked for was a Harvard Business School graduate. His professional background provided an abundant source of warm leads from brand name CEOs and CMOs. Another founder was the former CEO of MySpace. Yeah, that MySpace. He too had a fantastic network of CEOs and business leaders. He was a brilliant networker, creating new opportunities for the agency with seeming ease. Sure, over the years, we tried supplementing what the founder brought into the agency. We built a sales team, hired third-party cold callers, and created thought leadership content pieces. Some approaches worked okay. Most didn't work at all. We always defaulted to what worked best: deals the founder brought in. What changed? When I arrived at an agency called Scorpion in 2015 as their new chief marketing officer, it was my responsibility to grow revenue for the already successful $20 million agency. But this agency was different. It had already built a name for itself within the legal industry. Scorpion targeted personal injury attorneys, and generating new business was not dependent on the founder's network. Instead, attorneys would Google their local competitors using terms such as attorney in my area. They find a Scorpion client website and see a Scorpion logo and link to our website at the bottom. These links drove warm inbound leads to our sales team that often resulted in a one-call close, followed by a strike of a massive metallic gong on the sales floor and high fives all around. These attorneys had no idea who Scorpion's founder was, nor did they care. It was like a popular restaurant where the delicious food was the main attraction, not the celebrity chef. What they cared about was finding a reliable, proven partner with expertise in attorney marketing that they could trust to help them get more clients from internet traffic. I quickly realized that attorneys preferred partnering with a vertical specialist over generalists. They would say yes faster to a company that knew their business well than to a generalist agency where they were one among many types of clients. And they would happily pay a premium. A vertical specialist can gain clients and scale the business without leaning on the founder's personal network. Attorneys were not only choosing to work with an attorney marketing specialist agency, but they also stayed for the long run. Scorpion had a 93% retention rate, whereas most competitors only retained 70%, if that. Scorpion's legal specialization not only helped them to become one of the most well-known and respected agencies with attorneys, but it also laid the groundwork for launching 3 additional vertical markets: home services, franchise, and medical, which propelled the agency to $150 million in 7 years. What is a vertical market? Before we go too far down the road, let's define a vertical market. A vertical is a market where vendors, such as agencies, offer services specific to an industry, trade, profession, or other group of customers with specialized needs. It's distinct from a horizontal market, where vendors offer a broad range of goods and services to a large group of customers with a wide range of needs. In a vertical market approach, you tailor your services to satisfy the needs of a particular industry segment, also known as a vertical. Examples of vertical markets include, from within healthcare, you have medical practices, hospitals, and pharmaceutical companies. From within home services, you have plumbers, HVAC technicians, roofers, and electricians. From within real estate, you have property managers, real estate brokers, leasing agents, and property appraisers. And from within hospitality and tourism, you have hotels and resorts, and you have travel agencies, tour operators, and other services catering to travelers. What is deep specialization? Deep specialization is the disciplined practice of intentionally specializing your agency for businesses within a specific vertical market in order to gain a distinctive advantage. It requires focus, empathy, and strategy. Here's a breakdown. Focus. Focus means you commit to one vertical so you could say no to many others. Empathy. It requires care for the vertical and the people in it. Strategy. Strategy means design a massive action plan to create a durable competitive advantage. Deep specialization at work. Here are 2 examples of how shifting from a generalized to a specialized approach can transform your agency. Sarah Durham is the founder and former CEO of a well-respected communications firm for nonprofits called Big Duck, which she sold to her employees in 2021. She started her firm in 1994 as a generalist marketing agency. And 6 years in, after serving all kinds of clients across all kinds of industries, she felt like the business was running her instead of her running the business. She decided to specialize on the nonprofit sector, a vertical market. This decision was the catalyst for tremendous growth for her and her company, lasting decades. As Sarah told me in a recent interview, quote, "Every successful decision probably cascaded out of that moment of choosing to specialize," end quote. Alex Membrio is the founder and CEO of a healthcare marketing agency called Cardinal Digital Marketing, which focuses on multi-location medical practices. He started his agency as a generalist, serving everyone from an ice cream van operator to attorneys to roofers. After several years, his agency was sputtering with slow sales and poor retention. It was at that point he became determined to choose a single vertical. He chose medical practices and has since built his agency to 8 figures. Listen to more stories on my podcast, The Deep Specialization Podcast. You can find it at CoreyQuinn.com/VGTM. On it, I interviewed dozens of agency owners who started as generalists and found remarkable success as vertical market specialists. Who should read this audiobook? This audiobook is for ambitious agency founders and their teams who are, number one, ready to escape founder-led sales and remove the barriers holding them back from building a scaled-up agency to 7, 8, or even 9 figures. Number two, overcommitted, busy, and tired of delivering work that is only, quote, good enough, secretly knowing it could be better. Number three, running an undifferentiated, commoditized, jack-of-all-trades agency for clients of all shapes and sizes. And number four, already vertically focused but aren't experiencing the growth they want. What to expect. In this audiobook, I will teach you deep specialization, showing you the path from generalist to vertical market specialist. In part one, I will lay out the argument for becoming a vertical market specialist and why it's a great way to scale an agency. In part two, I will walk you through the 5 steps to deep specialization so you can transform your agency into a vertical market specialist. Here are the 5 steps for deep specialization. Step 1, I will show you how to quickly choose your best fit vertical. Step 2, I will teach you how to uncover the unique needs, desires, and fears of your vertical markets buyers. Step 3, I'll show you how to match your message to your buyer, differentiate your agency, and create a point of view that attracts best fit clients. Step 4, I'll reveal the best vertical specific sales and marketing strategies to fill your pipeline and grow your agency. And on the final step, step 5, I'll share with you what team resources you'll need and which roles you should hire for in-house or outsource, as well as my final thoughts on ensuring your success with deep specialization. I have intentionally kept the content light on theory. By focusing on tactical execution, this audiobook will help you implement deep specialization directly to your agency. I wrote it as a guide for you, the ambitious founder, marketer, and entrepreneur. My goal is to help you adopt the winning principles, strategies, and tactics that propelled hundreds of agencies from struggling market generalists to a successful vertical market specialist. Now, are you ready to leave behind being overstretched and providing results that are only, quote, good enough? Are you ready to transform into a business owner whose lucrative agency has earned an outstanding reputation for providing its clients with exceptional results? Let's do this. Part 1. Specializing in a vertical market is the key to growth. Chapter 1. Anyone, not everyone. The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. Warren Buffett, businessman, investor, and philanthropist. Saying yes to too many different types of clients leads to long hours, stressful multitasking, and anxiety-producing context switching. You're constantly putting out client fires and jumping from one urgent task to the next. Worse, you're not making real progress against your growth goals. Now imagine a different situation. Your agency is filled with one type of client, your best fit clients. Your best fit clients are uniquely suited for your agency, and you are uniquely suited for them. They're a subset of the clients you already have. They get outstanding results with you, and they generate great revenue for you. They stay with you the longest and will happily sign long-term contracts. They have short sales cycles and the highest levels of client satisfaction. They evangelize your agency to their friends and colleagues without being asked to. Your sales team is the most confident selling to them. Your client success team enjoys working with them the most. You like them too. They don't complain, they give kudos, and they feel like a partner and not a customer. So if you could fill your business with these type of clients, would you? Of course you would, as would any agency founder who values their time, profit, and freedom. The good news, there are enough of them in the market to justify focusing only on them. The better news? Doing so is not only possible, but easy to achieve with the right strategy. Cut through the noise. You may not want to hear this, but ambitious entrepreneurs are launching nimble yet impressive enterprises designed to steal your current and future clients. They're eagerly cold calling, emailing, and publishing thought leadership content. They're deploying sophisticated pay-per-click, TikTok, and LinkedIn strategies. They're using generative AI to create lead magnets, building Facebook communities, launching podcasts that target your ideal clients, and more. Complicating this, your current and future clients are vulnerable to making poor buying decisions that not only hurt their own businesses, but yours too. They don't notice the difference between your reliable solution to their problem and the flimsy solution offered by the fly-by-night upstart. You're left grasping for a way to cut through the chaos so you can grow a profitable and sustainable agency business. The answer is to become a vertical specialist. Specializing in a vertical market is the shortest path to gaining visibility and trust for your business in today's ultra-competitive world. How to specialize your agency. There are two ways to specialize your agency business. The first is who you serve. Do you serve businesses of all shapes and sizes? Or do you specialize in serving a super narrow vertical market? Or something in between? For example, a digital agency serving doctors is more specialized than an agency serving all types of service businesses. However, an agency exclusively serving cosmetic surgeons would be even more specialized than one serving any kind of doctor. The second way to specialize your agency is in what you do. Do you provide a broad suite of services? Do you specialize in providing just one service? Or something in between? For example, a digital agency that does content marketing is more specialized than an agency doing all things digital. However, an agency that exclusively does TikTok videos would be even more specialized. Deep specialization pro tip. Blend a specialization in both who you serve and what you do to greatly differentiate your agency's brand. For example, quote, "We specialize in making TikTok videos for cosmetic surgeons," end quote. The challenges of being a generalist. Does this sound familiar? Your agency is really good at search engine optimization and pay-per-click marketing, or it could be your particular service or expertise. You're a member of YPO and Vistage, and by networking in these groups, you've attracted a lot of new business. A few years in, you built up a decent portfolio of agency clients, including a multi-location moving company, a cosmetology school, a credit union, an office furniture supply company, an industrial manufacturer, a wealth management firm, a national CPA firm, a storage rental company, a cooking supplies company, a hotel, and a hospital. By the way, this is one of my clients who came to me. This is exactly his book of business. All told, you have clients across 11 very different vertical markets. Sure, the revenue's good, but you and your team secretly dread bringing on each new client, which represents yet another industry that you don't know much about. Each new client means you must learn another industry. Each new client means more multitasking and context switching for your team. Each new client requires more meetings and synchronous communication. Each new client is a tax on your finite resources. The cumulative result is work that is good enough but barely satisfying to you or the client. It's no wonder your clients are leaving you for agencies that specialize in their vertical market. Making matters worse, generating new sales for the agency is inextricably tied to you as the founder. If you're not outsourcing new deals and closing them, the agency doesn't grow. Sure, you want to scale up your sales, but nothing seems to work. Plus, your buyer sees your service as an interchangeable commodity, so there's ever-increasing pressure to discount. You apply a peanut butter approach to marketing your agency. Your messaging is bland and easy to ignore. You rely on the same tired claims that every other agency uses. Quote, "We're an extension of your team," end quote, and quote, "We care about your success," end quote. Compounding all this, you have no time to innovate. Your reactive approach to applying new and disruptive technologies like generative AI leaves you susceptible to getting priced out of the market. In fact, nothing about your agency is particularly remarkable. What got you here won't get you there. Agency owners eventually realize that saying yes to any client who wants to work with them is the strategy that got them in the game, but now it's the very thing that's holding them back. Luke Egerbrotten, founder of Phaser Marketing, a fast-growing 7-figure agency targeting construction companies, told me about this moment for him. He said, "What really changed is we started turning away people that wanted to work with us. People that had checks in hand ready to pay us. That was hard, but I'm so glad we stuck through it. And we just said, nope, we do digital marketing for construction companies. I'm sorry." And they were like, "Well, yeah, but I have $5,000 for you." And we said, "I'll refer you to someone else who can help." And people all of a sudden started respecting that. There is a different way. But why specialize in a vertical market? Isn't it risky to put all your eggs in one basket? Specializing isn't only about limiting scope or streamlining operations. It's about unlocking the true potential of your agency by becoming the master of one domain. That's what deep specialization is all about. In the next chapter, we'll uncover the many benefits of vertical market specialization and delve into how this targeted approach isn't just a strategy. It's the future of sustainable and exponential growth for your agency. Dive in and let's redefine success. Chapter takeaways. There are 4 of them. The first one is be selective with your clients for better outcomes for your agency. The second one is align your agency's strengths and offerings with the right vertical market. The third one is in the modern ultra-competitive landscape, you're vying for the same clients as many other businesses. And the fourth takeaway, stand out by being different. Hey, Corey here. I hope you enjoyed that chapter of my book, Anyone, Not Everyone. If you want to get the full audiobook for free, you could do so right now by going to anyoneNotEveryone.com. That's anyoneNotEveryone.com.